All right, so I did a short reading or like a series of short readings this morning, and I don't know, I feel like I want to do a little bit of a longer reading today, just to see in general what everyone needs to hear. I don't really have a topic. I think I'm going to start doing topics soon, just like, asking specific questions and getting more than just like a general energy read or a general, like, what do you need to hear today? But I don't know. I think more about, what you need to hear today and this, for this reading particular needs to come out. So although I promise I'll start doing specific things soon, for now, let's stick to what does the collective need to hear, to know today. I got some music on in the background. Just what is the energy? What's the energy of today? All right, 5 of Swords, but it's in reverse. So I feel like maybe you may have started the day feeling a little bit clouded in your head, but you're trying to break out of that. So I think maybe today has been like the energy is like an evolution of like clarity, or let's see what else. Clarify the 5 of Swords in reverse as far as what it means for the energy of today. Okay, yeah, I know that this typically means like longing or like needing to embrace gratitude, but I think in this particular case, I feel like what I'm getting mostly is that you're just sitting there thinking. Like you're just sitting there contemplating. And maybe like both of them are holding their heads. Just really, maybe it's like a pensive energy. Yeah, 2 of Pentacles in reverse. I feel like you're getting though, like you're doing some deep thinking, and it's getting you to a place of, or maybe it's somebody you're connected to, but getting them to a place of a decision. Page of Pentacles. Yeah. So we go from the 2 of Pentacles in reverse to the Page of Pentacles. So I think, the energy of today is very like meditative. It's very like, I'm really craving, maybe you've been in your head about something and you're like, I'm really craving getting out of my head. I'm really craving this, like feeling very, I am, the love I'm manifesting just came through my I Am app. Yeah, maybe today is a day where you're just like you're really focused on trying to get centered. So what are you trying to get centered about? Let's get an answer to that. Like, what is the thing that has you in contemplation, or that you're trying to get centered about, that you're trying to figure out? 6 of Swords. So I think this upright, this usually represents healing. So I feel like reverse, it's like you're trying to get away from your pain. Like you're trying to get centered after feeling maybe you're also trying to get centered as far as like something that, I don't know, I got an air bubble in my throat. Like you maybe haven't been able to say something you want to say, or like really maybe your throat chakra has been a little bit blocked, and like you're trying to get centered around why, and maybe part of that has come from pain. 7 of Wands in reverse, and like this block when it comes to your creativity. So I think 9 of Wands, and I think you're trying to let your guard down, because I think you're starting to recognize that maybe you've had your guard up a good bit. 10 of Pentacles, and you're maybe realizing that being so guarded has been keeping you from achieving stability, even though like maybe what's coming through is like maybe you were guarded because something chaotic happened in your life again, or this could be somebody you're close to, right? Like this is a reading, it could be for you, it could be somebody you're connected to, etc. I'm just reading the energy, but like the energy is like maybe there was this sense of, oh, and I just heard a honk, so that might be confirmation for you that this might not be about you specifically. It could be about somebody that you're connected to. But whatever comes to mind, whatever resonates with you. But the 10 of Pentacles, I think that maybe something happened where you felt like you needed to guard yourself in order to find stability, but you're learning that actually what might bring stability is unblocking your throat, is letting your guard down, is being vulnerable. I don't know why I'm hearing speak up, manifesting, magician, like speak up as far as, you know, if there's something that you've been holding back, that you feel like you need to say it. And maybe that's part of the meditation too, is like, maybe you're really thinking about, what is it that I want to say? What would I say? Is it the right thing? Is it the right time to say what, you know, like working, first of all, I feel like you, and see how I'm like getting all jumbled with my words. Like there's definitely some throat chakra things that you're working through right now. But it's like, in order to bring your manifestations in, you have to first get clear on what they are. And then you have to figure out, like, you have to maybe clear your throat and talk to spirit and God and yourself about what you want. And then I think the next step is like to go out and share this with the people that you need to share it with in order to make that manifestation happen. Because I don't know why I just thought of like, you know, we have free will and like we can think and manifest all day long, but unless we go out and say what we need, unless, you know, because what I just heard in my head is the squeaky wheel gets the grease. So like, I think right now you're sitting there, you're trying to figure out, okay, what is it that I want? What is it that I really want? How do I get centered in that after this time of like pain and blocks? Like, how do I let my guard down? Because like, yeah, like I said, you're realizing that your stability, your 10 of Pentacles is tied to that. And that in order to, that manifesting maybe isn't enough. Like, you're going to also have to take inspired action to make whatever you want happen. Hermit, because you've been hermiting. You've been hermiting, and that is coming to a completion. Like, I feel like, you know, with the World card, you know, maybe you've been quiet for too long. You've been hermiting for too long. You've been like, you're in the state of contemplation now, but like, you are craving to get out of it. Page of Wands and strength. So I think it might take some strength for you to really speak your truth. You might think, I'm weak without a son, but if I had one, it'd be bigger than yours. So maybe this is about, that's the song that's playing. It's called Kings and Queens. And it just, you know, came through for a reason. Maybe you're not dancing on your own. Oh, I have chills. Maybe this is taking a lot out of you to like speak your mind and to share your truth. But I see you doing it. Like, I see you gaining the strength to come out of hermit mode, to let your guard down, to unblock the creative blocks. I have chills, to, you know, really dance. And I think you're going to have support from your spirit team on this. I really do. I think that, oh, and I just noticed iguanas on her pants, which, you know, and my stomach just grumbled. Maybe it's like transformation is taking place, and but you're not gonna have to, baby, you're not dancing on your own. You're not gonna have to do this on your own. You're gonna have help. You're gonna be guided by this, you know, you see that the light's attached to the string. You're gonna be, and it's this star, like, you're gonna be guided. And the vision I just got was like following your North Star, or like following the stars home, or like, also what I'm seeing is like how sailors are guided by constellations and by the stars. Like, they can figure out where they are, and they can figure out what direction to go in by the stars. You are going to, and this came out in reverse, but then when I like just put it up here, it's upright. Like, and I've chilled, like, your path is going to become more and more clear. Like this to me is like maybe feeling like you don't know what the next move is or what the next like step is, but like when it's upright, which is, you know, kind of like the motion that just happened, it's flipping upside down. It's knowing exactly where you're meant to go and like having this vision for your future. And I think that you're coming out of the period of like meditating on what that is and into the action portion where you're following your North Star. If that card wants to come out, it'll come out. I don't know. It like almost flipped. 9 of Cups in reverse. But I want to remind you, while you're doing all this intense thinking and intense contemplating and trying to tap in with God, the universe, your purpose, spirit, like it's important that you don't forget to fill up your own cup and forget to do things that, you know, help get you in your 9 of Cups energy, that help, that self-love. Like it's important that you're giving yourself love and maybe even like making sure that it's not all work and no fun. And maybe you sometimes hold yourself back from fun, from this 9 of Cups when you're in this energy, because you feel like in the past, when you've taken your eye off the ball, even for a second, something slipped. It's almost like maybe there's this like feeling that you're just always waiting for the other shoe to drop or for the rug to get ripped out from under you. But Spirit's saying, and like what's coming through with the 7 of Swords in reverse, is that you don't have to worry about that anymore. Like that betrayal, like it's almost like you're always waiting. You're waiting for someone to stab you in the back. You're waiting to be betrayed because, and I just honk, because confirmation, because maybe that's happened in the past for you. But baby, 10 of Cups. You are stepping into your 10 of Cups energy. All of this like betrayal, you're not going to have to worry about it anymore. You're not going to have to worry about it anymore. 10 of Cups is wanting to come through for you. But you're just, with the 2 of Swords on the bottom of the deck, you just have to kind of take off the blindfold and make a decision. I think go forth and conquer just came to my mind. Like, I think the biggest challenge for you is going to be believing that you can let your guard down, believing that if you use your voice and you speak from a place of passion, that it's not going to backfire on you, and that it, you know, like I think that's the biggest hurdle, is the trust, is like the idea of trusting where this star is guiding you. Because it's like with stars, it's like it almost feels like that it's, you may be somebody that wants like a very specific plan. Like you might be somebody who's like very, I don't know why anal's coming to mind, but like very particular, where like before you do anything, you want to know when, where, how, like you want to be extra prepped. You want to have every I dotted and every T crossed before you'll even consider, you know, making a decision or whatever. Maybe you're somewhat of an overthinker. And I think that what's coming through is that you've spent enough time thinking. You've spent enough time in your meditative state. And now it's time to make a decision, and that like, and to beat the devil, to not let the devil win. Because I feel like the devil here is like trying to lure you in to go back to that state of overthinking, go back to that fear-based mindset, wonder, well, what if this and what if that? And I've thought about this, and I've spent months and months, maybe even years, sitting here contemplating, but like, what if there's something I haven't thought of? And what if, you know, what if this happens? What if that happens? And like, I feel like you've turned over all these scenarios in your head, and you still come to the same conclusion, but maybe you're just like, you've been letting the fear hold you back. But with the devil being in reverse, I feel like that's going to be no longer. I think that you're being pushed and called, and it's time to just, whatever this is that you've been sitting here thinking about, meditating on, contemplating, it's time to remove the blocks and let the guard down and just say what's on your mind, man. Like check in with your guides, check in with your spirit team. But look, there's some chaos going on in the world right now. Like we are living in the most insane timeline. If you watch the news at all, like life is so precious. Life is so precious, and it's so unpredictable, and it's so rare, honestly, to be able to, I don't know, like if you really, I think that just with pictures of the, you know, the actual Earth that have come through from like the latest Artemis excursion, and just like the state of the world right now, I feel like it at least has me and maybe a lot of other people in a state of contemplation about like just how small and insignificant some things are, and just how precarious life is. And I think like what's coming through is life is too damn short. Life is too damn short to not say the thing, to not do the thing, to be guarded, to, you know, I have chills all over right now. Like it's too short to not follow your star and follow your light. And it's too short to let that keep you from your 10 of cups. It's too short to not speak up, to not say anything, because like the worst case scenario is you say the thing and it backfires, and you at least have no regrets. You know what I mean? You can at least look at yourself and say, well, I know I said the thing. I know I did the thing. I don't have to wonder. I can walk away from this situation knowing that this just wasn't for me, because I did everything I could. I said everything I could. I didn't let the devil hold me back. I didn't let fears hold me back. Like, what would you do if you weren't scared? What would you do if you weren't scared? What would you do if you knew everything would work out the way you wanted? What would you do? What inspired action would you take if you knew it would work? I think that's the energy you need to be in now, because you've taken enough time. If this message is finding you and you're resonating and you're 17 minutes in, which is a long time, if you're still with me, you have taken enough time to think this out. Like, it's time to move. And maybe that means actually moving. Maybe that means literally actually moving, but you have thought about every possible scenario. You have been deep, you have been in your brain, air energy, Queen of Swords. Like, you have been, look at her, just like contemplation again, like all these contemplative, contemplative. I don't know if I'm saying that right, but like all of these very pensive cards. Like you've done the research. That's I don't know why that came through. That's actually like an ad for like a broadcast ad I'm channeling. But yeah, it's time to let the wheel move. It's time to, you know, like roll the dice. I just noticed the dice that's around her. It's time to roll the dice. It's time to get on top of whatever it is, to really, you know, I don't know, I'm envisioning her like walking on the wheel and like moving. But yeah, it's like, and then tires are coming to mind. Like, it's time to move forward. It's time to move forward. Okay. Is there anything else? The Hangman in reverse. Yeah. No more staying stuck. We're done with that. We're entering into our Queen of Wands energy. We're going forth with passion, with strength, with a knowing that, you know, everything, if you're called to do something, you're called to do it for a reason. And there will be no regrets about following through on that thing, doing the thing, saying the thing, telling the person that you love them, going for the job, moving, you know, like speaking up and saying what you believe. Like, worst case scenario, there's nothing worse than holding it in, right? Like, worst case scenario, it's a lesson and, you know, it backfires and you learn something. Best case scenario, it's part of what leads you to your happiness, to your purpose, to your 10 of Cups, to your 10 of Pentacles, right? Like, so try your best to think in the best case scenario, in terms of the best case scenario. Try to live your life and go into this and take action, believing that you're going to get the best case scenario out of this situation. And I really just think there's nothing to lose because, like I said, if you fail, you learn. If you succeed, well, you know what comes after that. So anyway, that's all I got for today. I hope you made it through all the 20 minutes. I know it was very long, but thank you so much for listening if you made it this far, and I hope you have a great rest of your day.